Today we're gonna cut siding for the house. It's a very interesting process. I don't know if I invented it myself, but certainly didn't learn it from anybody else. I'm sure other people have done it. So basically, because I have a Harbor Freight mill and it's all broken, the gauge is over there and it kind of broke off, I just go by cranks. So I'll start with the handle right here, and my siding will all be that much, 2 cranks. Gives me about 7/16. So we'll start right here, and I cut them up into 7/16, live edge on both sides, and then I'll take them into the garage and I will turn them into shake siding. We're gonna just look, all I'm milling today is just one little piece of siding, just for you guys. So what I end up with is this right here. You can see this one's a little thinner than normal. Normally they're a tad bit thicker than this. Could be because of the first one. But I've discovered it kind of just doesn't matter. But we're gonna take this over to the garage now, and we're gonna, actually, you know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cut another one.
Good.
Just because this one's kind of thin, I think I'm gonna lay it down here. And we are gonna cut one more. Here's what I start with, and I was flopping this around to get the dust off, and I cracked the other end, but that's okay. So the thickness here is right at 7/16, and so that's kind of what I'm looking for. So we're going to take this over to the shop and we're going to turn it into siding.
Okay, I got you smiling.
Okay, I'm going to turn off the fans. There we go. So just in case somebody wants to try this, I'm just going to show you what a big pain in the butt it is. But I think the end product is pretty nice. So it's a nice rough cut hemlock look. So this is 18 inches. I have a little piece right here, kind of to make a square. Was doing this with framing squares, but man, that didn't work out too well. And I found that the Milwaukee Sharpies seem to work the best on the wet wood. So I have one straight edge, and hopefully the ends that I just cut are sort of straight. So I put it on my chop saw, put the narrowest end to the back. This is some premium kindling. Pieces right here. If it were summertime, this thing would go so fast, but being it's winter, several days before I can put the stain on it. What I do is I look at each shingle and I choose what's my favorite side and what's going to be my top and bottom. I'm kind of taking a long time. Normally it's about a 1 second process. So favorite side, this is the bottom. So this is a waterproof stain. On the favorite side I go up to about right there. So I want lots of very thick, heavy, wonderful stain on this. So this will be the side that you see. Now these are 18-inch shingles, so there'll be a 6-inch reveal. So that's all you'll see of this whole shingle. But I like to just go ahead and do it pretty high. That way the wood is well protected. This is the back side of the shingle. So I just come up about there. it lets me know this is the good side, this is the back side. And just again, it's protecting the shingle, protecting all the sides. And so there I have a sealed shingle ready to go. It'll go on the wall like this. 6 inches will be exposed, and this is the back, so that wood is wrapped anywhere that water would get to it. It's ready to go. Then I bring it over, and I have this board with all these 3-inch screws, and I put the shingles every other screw like this so that there's nice gaps in between. I have a fan here and a fan here. When I'm done, I'll set both fans up, and I'll have the fans blowing air through there. Also, on a note, I did the exact same thing after I built all the shingles. I set them all up here just like this, and I put the fans on them, and I left them sit for a couple days, actually, because I had lots of other stuff to do, and that gets them nice and dry. I'll do one more while we're watching. Oh, the other thing is, how wide can they be, or how narrow can they be? I had no idea. So I decided 12 inches was my maximum width, because at 12 inches I can cut them in half and have a 6-incher. I don't really want to have shingles less than 6 inches, and after 12 inches they start to get a little wide. I'm afraid there might be a little warpage. So there's my two extremes, 12 inches, 6 inches. Look at this guy. That's pretty. Actually, it's pretty on, pretty much pretty everywhere on this one. Very good specimen. We've decided this will be the exposed side. Staying on nice and thick. Back side. When this is done, 7/16, there's 3 layers of shingles going up. So for every shingle you see, there's 3 layers behind, or 2 layers behind it. So it's almost, not quite, it's about 1.25 inches of wood as I go up the wall. Which I think 1.25 inches of wood, sealed front, back, and all the edges, will probably last as long as I'm alive. Well, I hope that you enjoyed the video. A lot of work getting the shake shingles. I don't know what you're supposed to call them. I call them shingles, but they're going on a wall. I think that makes them shakes. But when you put cedar shakes on a roof, I don't know, could be a tomato thing. But next video, we will go ahead and start putting them on the wall. Probably be a short video. There's not a lot to it, but we'll get started. I'm almost ready for my final. As you can tell here, I'm taking Scarlett for a walk. She has to go check out all her favorite little places, and went over to the neighbor's house, but his dogs weren't out. Usually they come over and say hi. Anyway, we'll get the shakes, siding, shingles, whatever on the wall, and put a little trim board. I was originally going to do the entire house in the homemade shakes, and it would have been cool, would have been really cool, but it also would have taken me a year. It's very time consuming, but it would have been really cool. We went ahead and got some smart siding, and I just kind of finished it up with smart siding, which goes a lot faster. Not quite the look we're looking for, but all in all, I think it worked out just fine. After this video, probably going to have to change it up a little bit. Like I said, I'm going to get the final inspection next week, and other than special projects around the property, all the building will be done. Anyway, there's a quick glance at the smart siding to the left here, and this will be Stinging Nettle Farms signing out.